Okay, here with Willow, I got to tell you, I've interviewed a lot of people,
Yes.
but I've never gotten a reaction like when you got on the phone ever. It was like the best reaction I've ever gotten to the start of an interview ever in the last like 15 years. So I'm a big Willow fan for sure.
Really?
Yes.
That
I
means
am.
so
I am.
much to me because I'm a big Murtz fan.
See, amazing. So my favorite part of the season, there was a lot, Godfrey's speech, the Bruno Sarah
Yes,
fight,
yeah.
but I loved your reactions to like when Arissa came on the screen. I'm like, oh my God, what's Willow gonna do? Like,
Really?
yeah. So was that a natural reaction?
Yes. Everything that I did in that house was not the only thing I overplayed my emotions, and that was from Sarah telling me that. But everything else, like I was that excited. Like this is me. This is Willow. Like everything in that house, I loved when that pantry was open. I loved doing, Arissa coming on and just talking, or I loved when Big Brother, it was like we had to go brush our teeth or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I loved anything to do with this game or what we were doing, just the little things. The backyard would be open and the backyard would be open. I'd be like, look at this backyard! That is Willow, 100%, I promise.
Now, I wanted you to stay loyal to the Chop Shop. And so when you started to sway, I was just like, Willow, you're killing me right now. Loyalty. Can you take me back to that decision?
Yes. Okay. Let me break this down for you
Okay.
because as a super fan, I knew I was like, and you can kind of tell by the DRs and stuff what was being shown and what wasn't. I was loyal to that Chop Shop until day 35 when they voted out JP, and I realized, no, Zach had flipped. And I was so loyal to him. I was like, I wasn't even talking to Sarah or anything. Like, I give them little pieces and stuff, but I was going to go Chop Shop all the way. But then when I realized that Zach had his hands and everything else, and then Bobby and Bruno flipped on them too, I was like, this is a mess. And I knew that that side thought they were empowering, they were running things, and I didn't want to do that. So that's when I was like, I wanted to work with Sarah since day 2. I'm going over. So I just went over. I literally told her my whole game in the have-not room. Don't know if you guys saw that. Told her from day 1 to day 35. Told her everything with the Chop Shop, about how he made like a thing with Kevin and Peely. Said, I want to work with you. I'm going to feed you information. We're going to try to manipulate this game and go all the way. And that's why, because I knew I could trust her. And I just, I wanted the Chop Shop to work too. I just wanted, that's how I wanted to play it. I wanted to play with the loyal, like the brigade. That's what I just wanted.
Right.
And Bobby, I think, wanted the same thing too, but it's hard in there. It's so hard. And, so I was like, I'm going to put all my eggs in Sarah's basket. And, that's one of my downfalls probably.
Do you feel like Sarah owes you $50,000? Because I don't feel like she would have won without all the information that Willow gave her.
Yeah, actually, I haven't got to talk to Sarah yet, just like little bits here. I love the girl and everything. But her answer to my question was, our relationship was the detriment to her game. Like, we work together, and talking with Brittany and everything, like they work together too. But I gave her so much. I told her who she could trust. Like, she was really with Kevin, and I helped her out right there. Like, I pretty much told her who to go for who was coming after her. I laid it out perfectly for her. No one else did that. Brittany didn't even do that. And she's just, the game is crazy and everything. But yeah, I think at least an apology is what she owes me to. But like I said, it's just been nuts and crazy. But yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh, Sarah voted me out, but it's a game. I have to let it go, and it was a mistake. But I was so close, Murtz. I was so close.
What is the relationship like with you and Brittany? I almost felt like it was like a dream of mine when I was in high school. Like this, all-girl love triangle where Brittany wants Willow out because Willow's getting too close to Sarah. So can you take me to that? And what is the relationship like with Brittany now, and what was it then?
So in the house, Brittany and I were a bit emotional. We would get along and we would agree on things, but then her game was a lot different than mine. I was very, very social, and Britt wasn't as social. So we clashed there. But actually, Sarah was very good at kind of getting me and Brittany to clash a bit, right? So if we were going to take out anybody, it was going to be each other, not her. Again, that's why Sarah won, mastermind. But once she came to jury, I had a lot of closure. Things are great with Brittany and I. We're going to be friends. Calgary, no, things are good now. But in the house, we just could not see eye to eye, and I should have and that's another reason of why I got put up. I should have just tried to pull her in as much as I could and gave her more of my game. But it's scary in there, and you just, you don't know what to do at the time, right? You really don't know. You just have your gut feeling and hope it works.
I feel like Sarah's the one who got Willow's heart. Were there any suitors in the male side that tried and failed?
On the male side, I mean, I have a soft spot for JP. Coming in the house, I was like, that's my Ian Terry, and then he was like, I'm 21, and I was like, oh, and I told him, 3 years kid, give me a call. Yeah, no,
How
but
is JP getting all these girls, by the way?
he's a sweetheart. He's very smart. Just love him. Hilarious guy. No, I love JP. So yeah, maybe in 3 years, you never know.
And where do things go with you and Sarah from now? Like, she's won, she has a lot of money.
Yep.
She has, like, is there a love situation? Are you going to move in with Sarah? Are you coming to Toronto? Like, what's happening? Give me a life update.
No, Sarah and Scott are very happy together, but I definitely will be friends forever. I know that, whether she likes it or not. No, we're going to be in each other's lives, obviously. Very close relationship, but it was just companionship and friendship, and that's what it was exactly. I do love her, not in love with her, but hey, if she buys a big enough house, I'll live there for free.
I love it. Now, finally, so many twists this season. You were the victim of one. Can you talk a little bit about the roles of twists on Big Brother? I feel like a lot of great players left the game because of them.
Yeah.
Kevin,
Yeah.
Bruno, you. So should they minimize the twists on season 4?
The problem with these twists, and I'm going to speak as a super fan, I love twists because they're put in there to kind of help the underdogs. They're kind of in for, like, the people that it's flipping the power of the host, and I love to see that, right? I hate when it's just one set aside just running the host. The problem with what they did is it was like the first 4 weeks, not much was happening, and then it just went boom, boom, boom. You're at Final 7 and you throw a power like that. We worked so hard to get to Final 7. Maybe bring them a little, week 2, week 3, week 4. When you're getting down there, those big guys that work so hard to get to those ones, those powers are meant to take them out. And they've, like, Zach wasn't one of them, but Zach was a target since day 1, and he got to Final 6. That's amazing, right? So yeah, things like that. The triple, I think, was cool. I mean, as a fan, as a player, it sucked, but you got to watch it again. Pick your twists and pick the weeks of them as well. So next year, I think maybe let the players play, have the twists, but make sure that they're, you're staging them at the right weeks, because when it gets to Final 6, Final 7, anything like that, like, we work so hard to get there. It's hard to even last with no twists. You throw a twist in there, like, everybody's dying, All
right, so we're going to end this. I'm going to give you a choice.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to give you 2 things, and you got to pick which one, okay?
Okay.
Okay, just the first thing that comes in your mind.
Okay.
Number 1 is Willertz, and number 2 is Mulo. Which one do you prefer?
Willertz.
Okay, done.
Willertz.
Thank you so much.
Is that her?
Right, yeah. Yes.
Oh my God.
Okay, so good.